G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. I thought I might do a beginner's beer making video. I don't drink a lot of beer, but I have been making it probably for the last 12 months. So I thought I'd find one of the most simple kits around and give you a quick demo on that. If you're an experienced beer maker and you've got ways of controlling your temperature, like a lot of beer makers do, this is not the clip for you. This is intended to be a dead simple introduction with the easiest kit I could possibly get my hands on. So if you've never brewed before, we'll try and show you how simple you can do it. So this is a relatively cheap kit made by Coopers. I know they export them, they're an Australian company, but they do export these kits, so probably you'd find it pretty much anywhere. In that can you're going to find there's some malt and some yeast and some more detailed instructions. Now normally you'd use white sugar, but Coopers have a couple of brands of dextrose, which is the equivalent of sugar. It's a simpler form of sugar. And they have Brew Enhancer 2 and 1 obviously. So the slightly different mixes in the sugar, just so it makes it a kind of more appropriate beer for the style. In this case we're using a lager. Okay, so the top's off. Glued on top is your brewing yeast. So that's the yeast to make your beer. There's several different sorts of yeast obviously, depending on the style of beer you're going to make. This one doesn't have a ring pull, which is bloody annoying, Coopers. Put a ring pull on the damn thing, will ya? So we'll open that with a can opener. The instructions are actually under the label, so let's peel that off and have a look as well. So it's got a little peel here flap. That's handy. That's handy, Coopers. Thanks for doing that. Makes life easy. Wish you had to put the bloody ring pull on the can though. So there's your instructions in 1,000 different languages. Well, not quite 1,000, but you got the idea. The other thing I like is they include a QR code. Takes you straight to a how to do it video, which is pretty clever. Well done, Coopers. Alright, so I've added 2 litres of fairly warm water to the fermenter. Now I shouldn't need to tell you that everything has been sterilised and cleaned. And we're going to add our malt, which is in that can, to the 2 litres of water. So you can see the malt's in there now. It's sitting on the bottom, you can probably see. So we'll give that a big stir, mix it in together. There you have it, nicely mixed. Now we're going to add 20 litres of water. Now you're aiming at, hang on, I'll read it, 70 to 80 Fahrenheit, 21 to 27 Celsius. So in my case, because it's middle of summer, hot as Hades, I'm going to use cold tap water. So you probably can't see too well, but fermenters do have measurements on the outside, and the 20 litre mark is there. So that's how far we're going to take it. So we've topped up to the 20 litre mark. Just so you know, what I did was I used the can that the malt came in for the first couple of times, just to help clean out, get all the malt. And then after that I went on to cold water in the kettle. So at this point we're going to add our dextrose mix. I'll do that. I might give you a look at it before I throw it in. So it really kind of looks like a very fine sugar, like an icing sugar almost. So we're going to cut that bag open and throw him in. That's all that was in the box. So you can't probably see, but that actually, when I added the dextrose, that takes it up to 21 litres. And now we fill it to 23 litre mark. You can see that's all, well, kind of see that's all blended up nicely. All I got to do now is add this yeast, just to show you, beer yeast looks like any other yeast. So that's all sealed up now. That thing on the top there is an airlock. What happens is it allows carbon dioxide to come out, bubble through the liquid and escape, but it doesn't allow oxygen to come back in. So this is the evening of when we did the ferment today. You can see that she's bubbling away. That's the carbon dioxide coming out. So that tells us that the process has worked perfectly well. We've got a 6-day wait, folks. Okay, so this is the last little bit of the clip. Remember, folks, It's an introductory introductory video for beginners, so it's not meant to be every tiny little bit of technical aspect you can go to. And yes, I'm about to horrify the beer aficionados. So you use a spoon of sugar in your bottle, and then you pour the beer from the fermenter into the bottle. This creates a second ferment. You can see the sugars down there, which gives it the good carbonation. Now they sell you carbonation drops that are measured exactly. I just use a spoon, fair dinkum. It's a teaspoon per litre. These are 700ml bottles, so get ready to be horrified. I take a rough guess and do round about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Guess what? That seems to work okay for me. Let's have a look at putting the beer in the bottle, and that's the end of it. You wait for 3 weeks after that, and guys, you're drinking your own beer. How good is that? Okay, so we're back in the distillery, the laundry, and I'm about to pour the beer from the fermenter into the bottle with the 3/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. Now, one thing I would recommend you get if you get into this is one of these little spouts. So it attaches to the tap down there, and when the pressure hits that bottom little bit, it goes up, lets the beer pour out. You just pull the bottle away and that stops the flow automatically. So it's a lot easier than dicking around turning the tap on and off and on and off. See how we go one-handed here, will we? Alright, I've got the beer. I'm going to push the beer bottle on. You should be able to see the beer filling. For goodness sake, don't be an idiot like me. Make sure you take the airlock out. That's the noise you can hear. I'll be back in a minute. Of course, I only did that on purpose so I could show you how well the tap stops. Kinda. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let's watch it fill up. I'm sure you got the idea. Then we put the lid on. That, like I say, they get stored for 3 weeks and it's good for drinking. Now, trust me, these beer in a can kits work pretty damn well. Oh, it smells good too. They're made to be foolproof, so you can look forward to a bit of success with them. I just tapped the last drop off. Don't want it dripping on the floor. And that's pretty much that, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this introductory series. It really is that easy, so I encourage you to have a crack at it, eh? Alright, see ya!